Hello, good news. So I actually got the dialogue system to work now. I basically just tried it again, so I started from scratch, tried it again, and as I was checking my code, I noticed there was something I was missing that's not in the tutorial that I forgot to do because I'm putting this into a new game. The tutorial assumes it's in a new world or a new level, new project, but I'm trying to put this in our game, so that's why there's some stuff in the tutorial that wasn't mentioned that I had to do and had to figure out myself. So thankfully I did, and yeah, I basically worked on the dialogue system for today, and let me showcase that to you. So right now I have 4 characters, the new characters from Edward, Khan, Reginald, Daisy, and the mutant. Right now I just made it so that if you right click one of them, let's say Khan, the dialogue screen shows up. He says something, relax, if you want to be dead, you'd already be bleeding. Okay, it's a bit aggressive. And then you I left click on that, and then this shows up. You can select here your options. You don't sound very friendly. What am I doing here? I'll be going. Let's pick the first one. World taught me not to be. I learned fast. Then I click on it again, and it goes back to the options here again. What am I doing out here? Keeping worse people away. Someone's got a... I'll be going. Yeah, watch your back. So yeah, that's pretty much similar to how Fallout's dialogue system works. If I go here,
you do that for
the
me?
walkthrough video. Right now they're speaking. There's just like a background and some text.
I never alright. You do.
And then when they pick an option, they have a list here, and yeah, that's it. You can only just see your options here, nothing else. And it's the same here, just text, and those are the name, your options, and that's it. So that's Khan. He has a pretty simple dialogue. I'll show you how I created dialogue after I showcased everything here. Now let's talk to the mutant. Human is small, but not useless yet. So as you can see, there's another way of them speaking. They're speaking line by line, like this guy, because I guess he's a dumb guy, so he speaks this way. Why aren't you attacking me? No orders, no reason today. What do you want? Food, quiet, maybe gun. It's I generated this dialogue with ChatGPT, by the way. It's surprisingly funny. I'm leaving. Okay. So it's a mutant, showcasing that you can do multiple lines like that. Previously there's some voice lines here, but I removed that because our games are really not gonna have voice lines, so it's just... I just did like a... if you notice, if you heard just a small sound effect when you first start talking to them, like Khan. Okay, let's do Daisy. So for Daisy's dialogue, I made it a bit more complex, but not really. I'll just show it to you. Okay, careful where you step. Perhaps this place is held together by hope and scrap. What are you working on? Old water pump keeps drying, so I keep fixing it. Why not replace it? Okay, as you can see, it's branching out now. Why not replace it? With what? Scrap like this doesn't grow on trees. Fair enough. Glad you get it. I have more questions. Yeah, what is it? So it goes back to the main one. Let me pick this again. What are you working on? Need help? Unless you know which wire won't kill us. Both probably not. I have more questions. You look like you know machines. Machines make sense, people don't. Where'd you learn? Trial and error, mostly error. You did alright, still alive, so yeah. I should go. Suit yourself. You look like you know machines. Can you fix my gear? If it's broken, I can try. If it explodes, if it explodes, that's on you. That'll do. Hand it over. So you can see that Daisy's dialogue is a bit more branching out, and the complexity you can set it up later I'll show you how I did it. I'll leave you to it. Smart choice. So Reginald, this one I'm gonna showcase the like I guess the executing a certain logic or you need a certain requirement for a specific dialogue option. So for example, saying you're standing far too close for someone with so little to offer. So there's a option here. 3 currency required. Have information for me. Let's start with the first ones first. Who are you supposed to be? Someone important? You would remember the name anyway. Are you still alive? Keeping worse people away. Someone's got. And this is the wrong dialogue. This is Khan's dialogue. I think I forgot to change it. Okay, there's a 3 currency required. Have information for me. Before that, I'll just show. Right now I have 3 currency. If I talk to them again, 3 currency required. Finally, a language you might be fluent in. North Road collapse bus, something valuable beneath it. Don't waste it or my time. And it disappears. Since I don't have currency anymore. I'm leaving. Good. Now I have 0 currency. And you can basically, with this dialogue system, you can basically tie the logic to anything. So right now I just made it for currency. But I can do that for the perk system, the amount of shield I have, the amount of health or evasion chance, whatever, as long as it's something that I can track, then it's something I can use for the dialogue. So yeah, that's the dialogue stuff. Let me show you how I made it. So each character has their own like dialogue tree. So for example, this is Reginald's dialogue tree. The start dialogue is, this starts or the root. This doesn't really have dialogue, it's just to show where it starts. And it leads to this one, which is the actual starting dialogue. This is where Reginald says, you're standing far too close for someone so little to offer. So this, you can see the preview here, what they're saying. And where this text comes from is from a data table. So right now I have a Reginald data table, and this contains everything he can say as well as the player's response. So for example, the start, you're standing far too close. So this is a text that I typed in here. This is the voice that I used, and the others here are not important. They're just for extra additional information, which is something we're not even using for our game. But it's possible if you want to use it. Next, for example, here, when I'm gonna ask Reginald, who are you? This is the player's question, who are you supposed to be? And this is response, someone important. So this data table is basically containing everything that the character will say. It just contains text data. Then the dialogue tree is basically how you would create the flow of that text data. So for example, this is start. So I made him said start text. I can also change it here. I can make him do the how are you alive question at the beginning, but oh yeah, let's fix that quickly. The how are you alive, this is supposed to be Khan's text. I can change it here because I'm a Google. If I talk to Reginald again, then I ask him how are you still alive. He says because I'm a Google. So yeah. So let's see how this works. So yeah, I asked him, how are you still alive, right? So this branches out into 3 options. So you can see here, 4 options. So you can see here, these are the 4 options. So this one's asking, who are you? This one's asking, how are you still alive? And this one is for the money, for the currency, like you need 3 currency, and this one's for just leaving the conversation. So they're all connected to this lead node, and you can see there's 4 branches it can take. And let's say I picked the how are you still alive, so it took this branch, and then after he says what it's gonna say, because of my goal, which is right here, and it returns back, which I set it to the lead node, which returns back to the lead node again. So it's kind of like an infinite loop. So he says something, I answer, returns back here, and it's just looping. All of these options are just looping except for this option. This is a complete dialogue node, so when it goes here, it'll just end the conversation. So let me show you how it looks like in something a bit more complex, like daisies. Am I still recording? Okay. Daisy. So this is Daisy's lines. It's a bit longer, and if you don't want like a large bloat of text in one data table, you can split it into multiple data tables, of course, depending on the situation. But yeah, this is all of Daisy's dialogue for now, and this is her dialogue tree. So this is a start. At the start, there's 3 options. Then each options has their own options, and then each option has their own other set of options. So you just can keep on branching this out until you're satisfied, I guess. So yeah, it's just kind of just like 4 simple nodes. The lead node, which is just the NPC saying something without the player response. The answer node is the player saying something, and then the NPC responding. And then the complete node ending the conversation. When return to node is, you can select which one this will loop back into. So I can, right now it's set to loop back to here. So after this, it'll go back here and start over again. So yeah, that's kind of how the dialogue system works, and this is a good foundation into creating dialogue for the game, especially since our game is character focused. Right now they're just always repeating the same conversation. But I can make it so that if you select something here and then it can make him mad or something, and his conversation changes, or some event happened and then his conversation changes. So yeah, it's very customizable. So yeah, other than that, that's basically what I focus for today. For tomorrow, I'm gonna work on the flavor text, which is the text that shows up at the start of the screen, a pop-up here, just kind of like lore or something. And it's pretty similar to a dialogue screen, but you're talking to no one. It's just like a narrator or something, or some event is happening. But yeah, that's what I'll work on next. And yeah, that will be it for my update video, and thanks for watching.